drawing a blank on his name, but that happened to somebody at the office who, I mean, obviously they were
Yeah.
vested, but, got cancer when they,
But dude,
so it's obviously a huge deal. So um, it's going to be
yeah.
a good episode to kind of deep dive into that kind of stuff for sure.
Yeah. And let me not I'm not a fucking doctor or nothing like that, but I've talked to a lot of people, even on the show here in Street Tales, that have had cancer. And then you start talking about their life, and it's like, yeah, I worked 18-hour days for 20 years, bomb team, so you're around chemicals, SWAT team, so you whatever it is. Again, it's not just the chemicals, shooting, gunpowder, and all that, but also the stress, all the stuff you put your body through, diet, exercise, all these things that kind of start going by the wayside, or maybe is not optimized, shall we say? And then you're like, oh yeah, I got cancer 10 years in, then 20 years in. It's like, well,
It's a lot of
what are some things that make sure you're healthy? Sleep, diet, exercise, sunlight. And if you're working midnight shifts, you see what I'm saying?
a lot of things working against you.
And you never have a full night's sleep for 20 years. It's like, probably not good.
Got some things working against you here for sure.
I get it. Not a scientist. I'm not saying it is what it is. I'm not talking about, I don't even know if it's true anymore. I can't keep up with the news, but they're like, RFK,
Tylenol gives you autism? Like, Jesus, man.
Bro, that thing has gone off the rails.
Goodness.
And then I got to see if it's true. There's so much out there. I don't even know if it's true, but he's allegedly circumcising a child.
No, it's not because of that, because they give him Tylenol after the fact. So it does circle back to the Tylenol. And I was like,
but
okay.
Can we talk about this for 2 seconds and then we'll get to the main series? Whatever, right? I don't know, man. But now that depending on what side of the argument you're on, they're like, oh, well, 2017, Tylenol came out and said, hey, pregnant women probably shouldn't take this medication or whatever, right? I would also say anything in moderation. But then the adverse to that, if you're like, that's kind of crazy, shouldn't be, and I've seen it all over social media, all these pregnant women swallowing handfuls of Tylenol. What is the point? What are we doing? Like that's, you can just go, that's crazy. And then keep it moving. Why do you got to go out of your way to that's not good anyway.
No, I agree.
And I will say this, coming from medical family, mom's a doctor, I have friends of ours that are doctors, all that. Too much acetaminophen is not good for you. It'll shut your fucking body down. So whatever, everything in moderation.
Trying to stay off of that shit anyway. No, I mean, not even for the autism part of it. Just fuck, man.
Yeah, just
shut your organs down.
Yeah, don't and also don't take handfuls at a time. What are you doing?
You take enough, it'd be your last headache. So you probably should not do that.
Well, that's the thing. I talked to my mom about it. I was like, Mom, does this shit give you autism? She's like, bro. She doesn't call me bro, but she's like, son, Jesus Christ. But she's also like, if you take too much acetaminophen, the death from that is excruciating because it's slow and there's not a lot anybody can do. Like if you just slug a bottle of it or whatever, it's not what you think. You don't just drift off to sleep and like, oh, I feel good. No, it's like, it's horrible and it takes days. She goes, so don't do that either. I was like, what? Woman, I ain't doing
stick to the normal stuff. That sounds really fucked up. That sounds really fucked up.
All right, but so hold on. And I could rant about this for hours. I'm trying not to do that, but it irritates me. I feel like it's getting worse. Flying etiquette. It has gone out the fucking window. I think I ranted one time about the lady that kept taking her shoes off and rubbing her sweaty fucking foot and then was trying to be nice and, oh, let me grab that cup of ice cream. I was like, don't take your sweat foot soaked hand and touch my, no. Once again, this older dude, I think he was lit. He kept taking his boots off and on. And I'm just like, dude, this is not your living room. There's other people in here. So that's number one. Number two, getting on and off the plane, the luggage thing, they give very clear instructions. Carry on and stack it upright. People just throwing their shit up there. And now it's all fucking all over the place. It's like just one, they say it. Two, there's instructions. Three, anyway, the talking, they're just having a conversation like it's nobody else on the plane. And I'm not even talking about kids because kids is its own thing. And I actually have, I know it irritates a lot of people. I have a little more grace having had kids. I was like, I get it.
Then they can do about it. You're fine.
They don't want that to happen. I get it. I will say it does stress me out a little bit when they have the little toddlers, no shoes on, just running up and down the aisle to burn off energy. I'm like, that is disgusting. You have no idea what's happening.
It's wildly annoying. Get them, grab them.
whatever, figure that shit out. So there's that. Then getting off the plane. This is what my blood pressure was like skyrocketing because land at the gate, people in the aisles get up, but you get up and you wait because, especially if you're in the back or the middle, right? You have to wait because what are you doing? Not this time. Started just dumping all their luggage out. Like you're smashing. Nobody can move because all your luggage is now down. But you think it's more efficient, but it's not because now you can't even move to move your shit. Anyway, and then what I will always, I get it, but the people who are like, I got to catch my flight, bro, you're in the middle. Unless you're going to sprint and knock everybody over, you got to figure it out, Playboy.
Wait, dog.
Instead, he's just yelling and huffing and like, I gotta go. I'm gonna miss my. I'm like, there's 75 people in front of you. I was like, go ahead, you can go in front of me. So he did this. I hope that helps. I mean, I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Okay. Also, nobody else gets.
All right,
I just my pet peeve people. Nobody people standing up immediately as the plane lands. Like it annoys the fuck out of me. I'm like, where are you going?
Well, I've seen it a few times where people will stand up too soon because they just think the rules don't apply to them, and then they hit that brake and they're like, I'm like, that's what you get.
Yeah, you all right? Yeah, you be.
Yeah.
Usually why I sit in the back too, in the very back of the plane, is because I'm not getting that constant motion. And people are always.
To be honest with you, I either like to be in the front or the back.
I don't like being in the middle
because you're gonna get it coming and going.
I like getting in the middle.
Yeah, and if I sit in the back, and it's just nature of my personality, sometimes I'll stand up and go hang out in the back with the stewardesses. I just need to stand for like a minute. I need to stretch my leg. Do you mind if
I just stand for a second? Thank you so much.
Now keep in mind, the Secret Service, I flew to like LA. That's 6-hour flight, dude. Yeah, bro. And I have flown commercial overseas, which, again, to pick your poison, because sometimes we'd fly on the C-17s, which was cool, but it's not. I don't know if it's not pressurized. The noise. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I guess
it has got to be pressurized. But yeah, the sound is not the yeah.
But like you had to have noise canceling. Like I'd wear my shooting things and
earbuds over
smashed. Oh, dude, bro, it is so loud. But you got to lay down. Anyway,
I choose that. I'm good with the noise, brother.
Well, you think because then you got to pack air mattress. Sleeping bag because it gets cold as shit in there. Also, because you're way
also fun. Also good.
Because between you and the air mattress is stainless steel, and that shit is cool.
Bro, I don't know if I told you.
I made that mistake one time, bro. I thought I was gonna have pneumonia or something. I was like, oh my god, it's
I don't know if I told you the story. So this is my first time flying in an unpressurized plane, right? But I didn't know that. I didn't know that at the time, right? So for the people who are listening, so we go to a certain part of the country to get our explosives, right? So we jump on the, our agency has a small plane for, doing certain things, usually for like interdiction stuff or whatever. Yeah. But sometimes though, it's a good distance. This is like a day's trip, right? So via plane. You'll be back, leave early in the morning, be back in the afternoon. Cool, right? The whole process is cool. You're on a tiny little plane, you get there, we take off, whatever, right? But
I do still think it's crazy you're flying with explosives.
Right? But I didn't know that the plane wasn't pressurized. So up there, just trying to take a nap. It's early. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Have headphones on, chilling out, got the music on. As we kind of get into it, I'm like, tough time breathing, bro. Like, I'm not like a really, really, really concentrate on breathing. And I'm like, I don't want to say anything because I want to be like, bitch. I'm looking around like, hey, this motherfucker got
y'all good.
Is this just me? I'm about to die up here. And it's not like nothing you can do. What are you gonna do? Emergency drop out of the fucking sky?
I need oxygen, bro.
I'm bad, right? So we finally land. I'm like, man, you guys not having trouble breathing right there? I was kind of starting to get a little worried. He's like, oh shit, yeah, no, man, my bad. We didn't tell you it's not pressurized. I was like, oh, okay. Oh my god. I was like, bro, I have a serious.
Well, can I get serious?
He's like, yeah, we'll try to drop it down a little bit on the way back. Try to hit this jet stream. I was like, bro, I thought I was having a serious medical episode. I was in the back of my head, I was like, well, at least I'm on duty. And so I'm like, yeah, it's all right. It's going to be all right. But I was like, so difference in flying pressurized versus non-pressurized planes are very, very big difference. Because I thought I was out of here. I was gone.
The business side and her reason for getting into it, I thought it was fucking fascinating.
I would venture to say that not the content side of it. I wouldn't necessarily be interested in the content side of it, right? But like, I am curious sometimes as to these girls, and I guess some guys too, are making so much money on this thing. It's like, I
It's a
get,
real thing.
it's like, bro, you're making so much money. I think it'd be hard to like not do it.
So let me just explain, because I don't want to give it away, but just in case the interview never happens, because whatever. She doesn't need me, right?
Yeah,
She's crushing it.
Yeah,
She's
definitely not.
crushing it. So it would be just because of the kindness of her heart, or just whatever the reason would be. But she was like, she grew up in L.A., very conservative, but attractive, and so she explained. She's like, because I was like, well, what made you want to do this?
Yeah.
Whatever the reason. She's like, I got sick and tired of dating dudes that always either wanted to use me for whatever, my body, my money, whatever it was, hey, promote this for me. And, I'll manage you for 30, 40%, just like shit like that. She was like, so I guess whatever the last relationship was, she's like, you know what? Fuck this, man. I'm going to make my own fucking money. I'm tired of dudes, people always trying to take me for my money.
Yeah.
Prior to that, she was a paralegal. Like, she had a career. She wanted to like go into law school. Like, that was her thought. And I was like, bro, you're feeding me like some fantasy or some shit, like, oh, I'm working my way through law school. She's like, oh, no, not anymore. I'm making too much money. But so I was like, oh, I said, well, fuck it. Okay. And she was kind of hesitant because she's like, there's a lot of, it's a very contentious topic. Like, people fucking hate it or whatever. Right. And I said, well, do you mind if I ask you? I said, I understand the content. I get the concept. I'm not asking about that. I said, but the business side. And she's like, oh yeah. She goes, so it's so many different avenues of revenue. You get the subscribers, right? You get that content. Yeah. Then depending on the level of subscription you have, you can get, just your own, like, hey, you could like submit a request saying, hey, I want you to wear this and do this or whatever. And that's just for you, right? So it's not out there for everybody. It's just your own.
Okay. I see what you mean.
So like if you, I don't know, I'm not throwing out, subscriptions, whatever, $10 a month. But if you pay $200 a month. I don't know. I don't know the numbers. So we didn't really get into that, but $200 a month. Hey, I want this outfit and this pose or whatever the fuck it is. Or hey, I want to watch you eat a cup of yogurt, whatever the fuck it is. She'll record that just for you. Yeah. So it's not out there for everybody else. That's just yours. And another revenue stream is collaboration. So she'll work with other people who have, she said she was making anywhere from $300,000 to $500,000 a month. Yes. So then she'll collaborate with somebody. She was doing a collaboration with a young woman who made $72 million last year. So what happens is when you do a collaboration, all your subscribers can see the content at the same time. So there's a lot of cross, they'll start subscribing to the other one. And then they'll be like, oh, I'm going to keep it real PG for this. But, if we raise 100,000 in tips or whatever, we'll kiss each other or something like that. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going down the rabbit hole. But whatever the topic is, she goes, 30 minutes, we'll raise $100,000. Just boop, just like that. Then on top of all of that, so that's revenue streams, right? So you get the concept. Then on top of that, she'll get paid to go clubs and, hey, post this. We want to, hey, we got 5 OnlyFans girls in the VIP. If you want to say hi, they'll charge the clubs, so they'll pay them. See what I'm saying? And then they'll post it on their shit, whatever. And I'm like, damn. I was like, she's like, yeah, I have a film crew, which I don't know how many that means. 2, 3, 7. I don't fucking know. 1. I don't know what it means. But basically from the moment she wakes up till she's done for the day. All fucking day. She goes, because people want to see her wake up, how she gets ready. All this stuff, and it's just content, just constant, bro. Outfits. These are other things. So, hey, wear this, drink this, whatever it is, eat this, whatever the fuck it is. All those things are just produced.
Well, can you imagine just being paid to exist?
Yeah, pretty much that's what it is. Had the conversation with Dr. Raul Mira, and he's a board certified child, adolescent, adult psychiatrist, 35 years in the field, in the game. He started a company called Emotional Vaccines. Very good. Anyway, all that to be said. He's talking about what's going on with the youth today. And it's not just youth, but a lot of it also impacts adults. But he brings up a lot of things. Screen time. He hates video games for a lot of reasons. But he goes, you're starting to warp fantasy and reality. And then as a child, when parents just give their kid the cell phone or the tablet or whatever from a very early age, he was talking about basically from, you know, to the time you're born till like 12, 13, your mind is creating pathways. Again, I'm
Yeah.
not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, so but it's creating all these things. And then in your teen years, it's called synaptic pruning. So whatever you don't use, your brain just kind of not that it's dead, but it just kind of goes, oh, he's not using that. Boop, 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 boop. And so when you're just locked into a fantasy and then your brain goes click, 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 now you're even more hyper focused. You lost the ability, you don't the ability to communicate with
Mhm.
another human, touch nature, go out, put your feet in the grass type deal.
Yeah.
It goes away. Add on to that, what they're consuming has become exceptionally more violent. And a lot of it,
Mhm.
we, one of the reasons we're talking is like the amount of like brutal violence that is now you can
Oh,
just
yeah.
watch on all platforms.
Yeah.
You could see the death occurring, like that kind
Yeah.
of shit.
That's
And it's
crazy.
everywhere you look. And then everybody's talking about it. And then the last thing was, you know, he remember, he's older, but I also remember I was born in the 80s, you know, sitting around the kitchen table, which one, most families don't even do anymore.
Mm.
I'm guilty of that as well.
Mhm.
So this is not a judgment thing, but he doesn't ever remember having like in-depth debates on politics and, who, like that. It wasn't, no, it was never like that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then also parents should model respect and what respect looks like. So when you say whatever, that person deserved to die or whatever, you're dehumanizing this individual. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And then the last point, keep it under 5, is creating the creation of despair. So 6th grade, right?
Mhm.
Or whatever, elementary school, you're learning the world's going to burn, come to an end. We're killing the earth. We're all going to die.
Mhm.
Look at all these foreign wars happening. Everyone's dying. Oh my God. It's the worst thing that's ever happened. Um, I don't know what,
The world's not a
whatever
safe
it is.
place. Yep.
It's not a safe place. It's almost like you're pumping this into a kid who's in like, well, then why the fuck should I even try?
Yeah.
What does it matter if I'm just going to die anyway? And then lastly, he was talking about, schools now have school shooter drills. So you're creating that
Yeah. Like,
thought of
yeah.
death and despair, and this could
It's almost
happen
like,
to
yeah,
me.
it's almost like you're creating, you just, you're manifesting that shit, to be honest.
And then you compound all of that with
Yeah.
all the other things I just said with diet and nutrition. And he also brings up the youth today, 2025, is the most sleep deprived generation that has ever existed in the human race. Yeah.
Sleep thing is interesting.
Sleeping is very important.
Well, yeah, and just hmm,
Well, because they're
I'm not-
on they're on their cell phones, they're on the
yeah,
video, whatever the fuck.
yeah, the brains are fried.
Brains are, and then sleeping is not just for your body, but it's for your brain. Matter of fact, when you
Mhm.
sleep, your mind is most active because it's rebooting essentially.
Mhm.
So when you deprive it that ability to reboot, on top of the fact that you're pummeling it full of violent video game, social media content, or when I say derogatory,
Yeah,
hate-filled speech,
yeah,
whatever the fuck it
all
is,
kind of crazy shit. Yep.
and then their parents are doing the same thing, and then they go to school and they're doing the same thing. It's like they
When are you gonna?
never get a break, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Shit, even as an adult, even as a 39-year-old adult,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was like,
yeah,
I don't need to see that shit either.
yeah. Even then, I'm like, yeah, I've been on this shit too much. Let me back off this for a minute. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, I have been doing my best to get better at just at a certain time. I'm just like, boop, phone.
Yep, done. Out of here.
I do the noise thing. There's certain people that call,
Oh yeah, yeah,
whatever. Certain people
yeah.
call, it'll ring.
Yeah,
Other than
yeah,
that,
it'll ring
I'll
through.
see it in the morning.
Yeah, not important.
It doesn't matter. I don't need to see something that happened at 2:00 in the morning. I can see it at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. It's fine. It's just fine.
I'll see, me. I'll see that shit at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, if it was that
Well,
important, you would have called me.
well, so tying that all in, so think about all that shit. BJ, if you break up with me, that will devastate me.
Well, I'm saying, like, of course, we're best friends. We've been best friends forever, right? That would hurt me. You know what I'm saying? But
That
like,
would hurt me, bro.
that would hurt me, right? But like,
But I hear what you're saying. Go ahead, bro.
yeah, but it's like, I was so- I was having a conversation one time, right? And this is probably it had to be fucking. I was either playing like just out of college or like maybe still in college, like finishing or whatever. Right?
Mhm.
And
I know who you're talking about. Go ahead.
and this girl was like, "Oh," she's like, "Would your how would your life be like without me?" I'm like, "Lady," that's like, first of all, I
Just
would
fine.
be I would be fine. I was like, "Would I be bothered? Would I be hurt?" Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Would I be what I wanted at this current moment? No. There's nothing that has happened to this point that would make me want to not try this out or take this road, right? I was like,
Yeah.
but I will be fine. I will pick it up and move forward because there's no other option. There's no other choice. I'll move forward and matriculate through my life and figure it the fuck out. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fall apart because you're not in my world. No,
Mhm.
if you don't want to be here, it's up to you. But I like you and I want you and I want you to be here, but only if you want to be here. If you don't
Yeah.
want to be here, you're not a prisoner. Isn't even more recently, I told the young lady, I said, listen, I love you enough to get the fuck out of your way.
Mm.
I love you enough to get out of your way. If this is what I care enough about you, I'm listening to what you're telling me.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll get out of your way. I'll I'll be over there, not involved, not doing whatever because it's, uh, it's what you're telling me, right? Why would I want to not give you what you're asking me for if I can give it to you?
Yeah.
Even I said, even if it's at the detriment of me, that's what it means to love somebody. So it's like I want you to have what you want. If
Mhm.
it's not me, then will it bother me? Of course it will. It's like, but
Yeah.
do I want you to have it? Of course. I don't want
Yeah.
anything. I don't want anything bad for your life. I want you to have the best life you could possibly have.
Now listen, I'm gonna say this,
Hmm.
and I'm not trying to be a hypocrite because I still struggle with it, but
Hmm.
I've got better at it, I think.
Um,
In my own head, I have anyway. It's like, why do breakups have to be so nasty? I don't see the reason for it.
yeah, I don't know, man.
Again, there are. Let me back it up. There are many reasons why. Nothing criminal, no violence,
Yeah, no, no.
no debauchery. I'm not talking about any of that stuff. It's just two people living together, grinding out, and then at a certain point, you just go, it's just
Not working.
this isn't working for me. I just don't like it. I'm not happy. And not that happiness needs to be everything. And again, I'm not talking about
Hmm.
kids. I'm not talking
Yeah,
marriage. I'm
yeah.
not talking about none of that shit. I'm just saying you're dating or whatever. And you're just trying to
Hmm.
figure it out. We're adults, right? Why does it have to go nasty? Why did it have to be that way? It's
Uh,
like, listen, I wish you nothing, but I don't wish you ill will. I don't want to call you at your name. I don't want none of that for you. This just isn't, call it bad timing, call it whatever you want to call it. It's just, I'm sorry, it's just not working.
Here's what I think.
I'm saying these words has never happened once. It's always
Hmm.
been, you motherfucker. It's always like that.
Here's what I think. In the context of what you just described,
Yeah.
I think it is person who is upset. Ultimately, probably, if they're honest with themselves, they don't like themselves. And the fact that this person also does not like them in the way that they want to be liked and they
Yeah.
esteem
Yeah.
is kind of like the mirror of like, oh shit, maybe this person sees me or maybe, whatever. It's like it opens up to them like, oh wait, they don't like me. I also don't like me. Well, fuck. Now I have to take some accountability.
Maybe it's me.
I have to take some accountability
Yeah.
and figure out, what's going on or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And like you're saying before, it's like I would say I have exes, right? And I can speak to them, but at the same time, I'm able to, at least I try to, and I think I do a pretty good job with it of being able to, or actually a much better job as I've gotten older and gone to therapy and
Yeah.
learned about myself and that kind of shit, right? I'm able to articulate how I feel, how said person makes me feel. It, or people can't make you feel a certain way, right? But
Mhm.
how I feel about the interaction between me and said person, and what I would and why I'm bringing it up, right? Most people are
Mhm.
like, well, why are you bringing it up? I was like, well, it because it bothers me,
Yeah.
and I want a solution. That otherwise, why the fuck did I bring it up? I wouldn't be talking. I wouldn't be. If I didn't want something to change, I wouldn't bring it up.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd ask you this because we're on the topic of being nice. I heard this the other day, and I hope I say it right. Um, it's one of those fucking street interview things or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And the lady was like, she said something to the effect of, men are only nice to women they find attractive, and that's why they can't fathom people being nice to them.
No, I
And I was
don't
like,
agree with
and
that.
I was like,
No.
nah, nah. I was like, nah, I don't think so. Or maybe
If
we shouldn't say people
anything,
should say to women. But I'm like, nah.
if anything, I'm a bit hypocritical because if you're not attractive, I might be overly nice, even though I want nothing. I just
Yeah.
it's like I feel bad. I did that one time. Never. I'm not gonna tell the story on this thing. Never mind. Well, some stuff has to stay locked away in the vault, bro.
Yeah.
But I was trying to do a nice thing, a nice
uh,
gesture,
hmm
and it fucking backfired hardcore on me. And yeah. Anyway, I have not made that mistake since. No, I disagree with that. Men are not just nice to people they find attractive. If anything, I'm like, well, I don't know, bro. It's hard to make just broad based assumptions because I've had very beautiful women who
hmm
sucked as a human, but then I've met
Right.
very beautiful women who were super nice and like genuine
Yeah.
and just like, oh my god, people don't ever talk to me, and I'm like, oh,
Uh-huh.
well,
Well, you know what?
again, you know what? It helps if you're not. I've had several where I'm like, I'm not trying to fuck you. I'm alone and I'm sitting here having dinner. I
Yeah.
want to have dinner.
Yeah. Having a
I want
conversation.
nothing else from you, and you can get up and walk away. I will not bother you. I'm
It is
just
the
bored and
weirdest thing.
alone.
It's weird. It's weird, bro. It's weird.
Yeah,
And I'm like, it's a strange thing. Yeah. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this. I want to bring. I got two things that just popped in my
Yeah.
head. One, this goes for men or women.
hmm
That talk shit about their partner, like in front of them in public, like in the assembly. Ooh, bro, go ahead, go.
Mm, I
I
don't
hate
like
it,
that.
so go ahead.
I don't like it. I hate it.
No,
And
no.
to me, it is indicative that tells me that you're not a good person deep down. And to me, that's immediate grounds for like, I'm good. No,
Yeah,
thanks.
how often have you seen that?
I've seen it quite a bit. And I'm always kind of like,
Yes. I'm always
hmm.
surprised. I'm like,
And I'm always like, head
I
nod,
always look at the
head
dude
tilt.
though, because I'm like, bro, are you what? What the fuck?
Like, blink twice if you need help. Bro. Are you okay? You
He's in
good?
the what was it, the sunken place?
Yeah. I was like, you okay?
Bro,
Like,
you good?
you don't see this? Kind of weird. Yeah, I don't like
Ooh,
that
what's
shit.
happening right now? Oh,
Oh, yeah, I don't like that shit. I don't know if you want to call it like,
nope.
I wouldn't take it to the level of like emasculating, right? Sometimes it can get to that level, right? But,
Oh, I've
um,
seen some really bad ones, bro.
right. And I'm like, cause then I'm like, you look at if it's, if it's the female, doing that to the dude, right? I'm always kind of like, hmm, which one of you don't like yourselves, and which one is afraid of losing the other one? That I was like, you both don't like yourselves, is what I kind of see. And I was like,
Yeah.
but you're you feel some sort of power by doing this. You're afraid to lose them, to eat your own. Uh,
Yeah. And
it's
let
strange
me
to me.
just make sure we drive this point home. I'm not talking about like if I'm talking to you
Yeah,
privately,
yeah,
I'm like, these are my concerns, these are my issues,
yeah, clearly
whatever. We're
different.
having that
Yeah,
conversation. I'm not talking about that.
yeah.
I'm talking
No,
like
no, no.
you're out in public at a party, restaurant, whatever the fuck, and just shitting on your partner.
Yeah, like you said, to try to either embarrass them
Yes.
or make yourself look bad. I'm like, nah, no, 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 no,
Like,
no.
he could never lift that weight. He doesn't work out at all. Just look at him. I was like, oh my
Like,
God.
uh,
Maybe because he works 100 hours a week. I mean, I don't know. What?
yeah, I'm like,
Bro, I don't even know how to respond sometimes, bro. I'm like,
yeah,
oh
I'm
my
like,
God. Ugh.
I'm like, hey man, I just could be a thought. Maybe she don't like you, dog.
Yeah, I think you need to
I don't,
stop, bro.
I don't think she likes you very much. I'm just saying, I don't know. It kind of feels that way, but be your own, brother. Do your thing.
Yeah,
I don't
fair
know.
enough. There's lots of dudes or men and women that I worked with that were, you could see envious or like, oh my God, that would be amazing. And I'm looking around, I'm like, no, are you fucking, even if you're born into it, right?
hmm
Because I've met royal families and all that stuff. They're, imagine constantly being surrounded by people 24 hours a day from the moment you are fucking born till you fucking die.
mm
And you can never truly trust any of them because they're all trying to get something from you. Either they're
mm
paid or intel, and you never know when they're going to leak that shit,
hmm
or They just like, there's people that I've also met, people, they just like to be close to power.
Hmm.
It's a weird thing. It's a weird little, you know what? Let me, we were going to see, this is where we just go, you know, there's, I can understand where all the, conspiracy theories come from, like lizard people and, fucking like that, like this, you know, secret cults. Well, let me explain. Hanging out in DC and hanging out in centers of power, they do not act like normal people. They're fucking weird.
What do you mean?
It's a weird vibe. It doesn't feel right. You know, you're being talked to from sycophants, enemies, people trying to trick you, take something from you. You have your close advisors who, I don't know, you are with a stroke of your pen or a couple words, you could affect global markets. It's a level of power none of us will ever feel. They act weird. And then the people around them are weird. Because there's also those people like to just be like, oh yeah, I influenced this and that's what caused that. Like they just like, they like that part.
It's weird.
Yeah, bro. It's weird shit, dude. And then the, you know, everyone's like, oh, Elon Musk and Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, they're the richest people. No, they're not. I tell you right now, no, they're not. Not even close. There's so many people that you have no idea. You'll never see them. They don't want to be known.
Yeah, well,
they actually pay to keep their names out of anything.
Yeah,
it's levels to that shit. But you start being like, that was a very odd experience or encounter. Yeah, and I'm like, we actually talked about this one day. We were all in the fucking break room. And I'm like, I said it. I was like, you know, I'm starting to understand why people think these motherfuckers are like Illuminati or lizard people. Everyone fucking laughs. They're like, I know, right? They're fucking weird, dude. And it's like weird groups of people, like, you know, CEOs of trillion-dollar companies, religious leaders.
Yeah.
And they're all hanging out. And you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. And then, you know, some general will come in and they're sitting there having lunch talking. I'm like, whatever's happening right now, I feel like it's not good for you and me. Whatever. I don't know what is going on.
I don't know what's happening, but
I feel like it's bad. I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. Because you're like, you have to assume they're not like, oh yeah, that was your weekend. That's not how that they don't talk like that. They just don't. They really just don't. Right. They're the type of people that will sit down at a restaurant and be like, and just order very specific items that are not on the menu and expect that they will be provided. Like their mindset is just that, you know what I mean? Like, the menu don't have this, sir. We sell steaks. Like, what's happening? I want crab legs.
Yeah.
Nothing here suggests we have crab legs.
Sir, this is Applebee's. We don't have escargot.
Go down the store, buy crab legs, come back and cook them. Like, what's happening? Like that's how their brain works.
Right. I know we talked about this before, but it's weird. I don't know if you know who Michael Beasley is. He's a basketball guy. First, I'm listening to some of his quotes. Some of the best fucking quotes I've heard in a long time. Love Michael Beasley, right? He's like a I feel not to boost myself, but he says the type of shit that I'm thinking, and he says it in the way that I'm thinking it when it comes to like a lot of quotes and shit, right?
Yeah.
And like a lot of sentiments that he puts out, right? And I was listening to he said this quote, and I fucking love it. He's like a lot of people will do things, will practice until they get it right. He's like, we're gonna practice until we can't get it wrong.
Ooh, I like that.
And I'm like,
that's a good one.
I'm like, damn, that's
good.
Yeah. I'm like, I like that one. And I'm like, that's, and so when I'm looking at some of the stuff that we're doing, I'm like, not that I'm shrugging off like the negatives or the pitfalls or the mistakes or whatever, but I'm like, that's just part of the process. Like some people would just do it and be like, oh, well, we're just doing this and that's fine. I was like, but no, we want to continue to do it, keep doing it until we can't fuck it up.
Till you can't, your body won't allow you, or your mind
won't allow you to fuck it up because it's, you've done it. But it's like, but the only way you get there is by continuing to do it.
Yeah.
That's it. Right. So I continue the reps.
I thought you were gonna go with the Charles Barkley because for some reason his shit's popping up in my feed, but he's like the way he's like, yeah, when a big dude's just pressing you, just trying to get up beside you, and everyone's like, bro, what are you saying?
Pause, bro.
Oh, but he goes 2 words: LeBron James and Paul Pierce crush. They're like, bro, that's like 12. Like what? Like, bro, is your brain? Is your brain
all right?
Yeah. Bro, and then I remember Shaq was ragging on him about his golf swing when he was
terrible.
He was a very good golfer, and then something happened. I don't know. I don't remember that part. And then all of a sudden, he had these weird itching things. Like he was playing with like Michael Jordan and Shaq, and they're just laughing, rolling their ass off on the ground. They're like, "Bro, what are you doing?" I don't know why we're talking about that, but yeah,
it looks so trash, bro.
I know. Again, take nothing away from his athleticism, but bro, what is going on?
Yeah, it's like, you got some neurological shit going on, bro.
Yeah, what just happened to you, bro? I like that though. Practice till we can't get it wrong.
I tell you can't get it wrong, baby.
All right, hold on, bro, because I gotta look. Double
Double slit theory. Yep.
Theory.
Double slit theory.
So this is where
been racking my brain, bro.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna read it, and then because you brought this up, you're like, I want to talk about this. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. All right, here we go. The double slit experiment demonstrates the principle of wave particle duality by showing that light and matter exhibit both wave like interference patterns and particle like localized impact properties.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead. I don't even understand what I just wrote. Oh, go ahead, bro.
All right. So oversimplification, right? So they're observing these particles, right? And they notice that the particles are not exhibiting any type of wave unless they're being observed by the observer, in the experiment, right? So essentially, it's like you would think that the particles would be doing the same shit the whole time because they're just existing, they're particles, right? But in the study, they found that that's not true. So basically, it says that the particles that were only observable through the slit were, and they would change when they were being observed.
Okay, that's weird.
Right? So it's like,
so if you turn away from it and just let it do its thing, it says one thing. But if you turn around and look at it, it starts doing other things.
Yes.
It's weird, bro.
Right? So I'm like, wait a minute. So like, I mean, obviously, you're not getting all kind of weird shit, right? You know, are we living in a simulation? Blah 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 blah, all that kind of stuff, right? But I thought that one was interesting because I'm like, I don't even know how do you rationalize that in my human brain. Like, what the fuck is going on?
They tell a story about Elton was doing something, he was recording, and then one of the assistants came up and said, I don't know if they're police or military, but somebody's here for Sir Elton John. And they're like, oh, what? And so they went and talked. He's like, oh yeah, it's my right. I gotta go. And they went out, and they were in like military, like Class A uniforms, but it had Mickey Mouse on it. They were from Disney. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, they have their own like class, like not I almost said military, law enforcement, and they wear like Class A's, but it has Mickey as the logo, bro. I was like, I need that, bro. I need that so bad.
It's like. So bro, I don't know if I can take that shit serious. They roll up. You're like, what?
They got handcuffs and guns, bro. They got arrest powers. They take your freedom away.
Whose freedom away?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't believe it. I'm like, bro, get the fuck out. Get out of here with that shit. And think about it. It's like a small city, like Disney and Orlando.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, a lot of things happen.
Legit.
Happen on Disney property that that they're allowed to do. That they do, so it's I'm not knocking it, but it's
I just think it's great.
It would be strange to see like somebody roll up on you, traffic
with a
Mickey Mouse fucking on the badge, like what the
bro. But how cool is that badge though?
That is, it's like let me get one of those.
How much is that? Let me slap.
Let me get one of those. Let me get one of those. Yeah.
I wonder what their benefits are. See, now you got me thinking.
Probably amazing.
I would hope so.
Probably amazing.
Because also think about this. Think about being a cop in like Disney World. Let's just focus on that.
Mm-hmm.
How Well, actually, let's talk about Disney World and casinos. How fucking awful. You're dealing with people at their worst because they're on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
They're drinking. They don't give a fuck. They're not at their house. They're just like,
Mm-hmm.
It's spring break every single day you go to work.
Ugh.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, bro. Again, not 90%, but like the 5-10% that you have to like deal with and law enforcement has to get involved. You're like, ugh.
I'm thinking out of those two, I'm thinking the casino might be a little worse because
because then you're dealing with people in their full blown addictions.
Exactly.
Actually, do you remember we were, I think it was Hard Rock, and we were dealing with a crash, hit and run.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, dude, the car had to be totaled. And we were like, what? And then they found it in the parking lot of the Hard Rock Casino. We're not talking about who it belonged. It doesn't matter who it belonged to.
Yeah.
The dude, it was like 1 a.m. He woke up from a dream that he hit it big and just had to get to the casino. So even though he smashed into a car, totaled his car, radiator, I mean, it was, I don't know how he got there.
Yeah.
He runs into the casino because that's how serious it was.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're dealing with.
That's what you're dealing with. Yeah.
Ugh.
Or a lot of high rollers, you know.
Oh yeah, like how who are you?
Who are you? I can, I'm like, bro. But also, and also,
do you know who I am?
Yeah, it's like that's a completely different municipality in and of itself. The Seminole.
I know, bro. I need to try to get one. I'd love to get someone on like that from one of these. I don't know even what you call it. I don't want to call them theme park because they're law enforcement, bro. They go to a police academy and everything.
Yeah,
They have detectives. They have all that shit.
Well, the Seminole PD is obviously legitimate PD, but they do
100%
all the Seminole property, not just.
Oh yeah, the tribal stuff is
just
different.
The tribal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they have different like rules, shit. Yeah,
completely different thing. The Mickey Mouse stuff, the Disney stuff, this Mickey Mouse operation, right? The Disney stuff also, they have a lot of power on their private property, but like I said, they're still
they run that shit.
Still law enforcement, but it's good. I think it's almost like it's annexed off from like your Florida shit. I think it's
it's its own deal.
Mm-hmm. Like a small country in there.
Like the Vatican, bro.
Yeah, we'll stay away from that.
Oh shit, bro. Oh fuck, bro.
So I told this story to Tyler. We crossed the border in Iraq. We had our mop
and they
suits
smelled
on.
you.
No. I didn't smell it because the mop suits we had on, those were the chemical suits. We wore those for either 21 or 22 days. Oof. But like, dude, it was an operation to go to the bathroom though. Let me tell you that. That was an operation.
Whoa.
So I remember we get word, get out of your mop suits, put your camis on. I'm in an Amtrak. It's the Marine Corps phased them out now, but we had them since the 50s basically. But they're diesel. It runs on diesel, so you smell diesel. I remember I'm sitting right outside of Baghdad. At this point, it's maybe been 30 some odd days I haven't showered or something. Been in combat.
That's fine, bro.
Stop it.
Been in combat. Probably I'm in the same pair of silkies and t-shirt that for well over a month. I haven't changed. Why bother? I remember I'm sitting there in the track. We're getting ready to move out. And the fucking trucks were the Amtrak's running, engine's loud and diesel and everything like that. And I'm like, oh bro, what is that smell? And I put my head down and I smelt my crotch. I'm like, oh my God. So
Mo, you didn't know we were going this way.
That's when you need to take a shower.
Again, I said, I fully respect people who went in the military. My husband was a military guy. I have no ability to be able to do that.
That's why y'all get sick so much. You shower too much.
I don't get sick so much, and my skin doesn't start bleeding. And
well, that was from the vest, not from not bathing.
Probably from wearing a uniform for 3 days in a row.
Well, maybe. I didn't wear the undershirt. I changed my undershirt every day.
Yeah.
That's outrageous.
I wasn't wearing silkies, as they call them.
No. I got silkies on right now. I got black silkies.
Absolutely not.
This is all I wear.
No.
These are great. Like,
I don't care. Don't care.
I love
Listen, many women have seen me in silkies.
I'm good with never doing that.
Me.
Mostly men.
I'm good with never.
Men and women have seen me in silkies and asked to climb Mount Adam.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
But really quick before, Mo, I get you. Like, I want a nice place to poop and everything. Like, but like,
We're back there.
We're back to poop.
We're back there.
But like, you just have to accept it.
No.
And like, that's the thing. You can't like, you can't be like, oh, let me clean. I got to take a shower.
Yeah.
And then like, especially in Iraq, and it was like I was in southern Iraq then after we moved, and it was just humidity. And I remember it's like, why am I even bothered fucking showering? Because I'm going to start sweating and stuff.
I don't care. I'm still going to do it. And I'm going to wash my uniform each day and wear a fresh uniform.
Oh,
my routine was I came home, took my shirt off, took all my pins off that shirt, put it on the new shirt. That shirt got tossed into the hamper,
the burn bucket. She put a new shirt on every time.
It got, and I will say, having done it for a long time, I acquired more than 5 shirts.
I bet you.
Oh, yeah.
So I had other shirts to go to. I bought a couple of the easy, like polyester shirts you could just zip on. Those were for court. They were always ready and nice and pressed because they kept that white color a lot better. But yeah, and my pants, they would get washed hot, nice, so that they came out, because you didn't have to iron those. They would stay. As long as you took them out and hung them, you were good.
Did you guys have white shirts down there because of the heat? Is that why?
No.
I
Sheriff likes it.
I fucking hate white shirts in law enforcement. And one of my
doing fingerprinting and stuff.
One of my biggest pet peeves.
Yeah.
One of my biggest
Fair enough.
pet peeves, especially in the Northeast, like Jersey, New York, where like when you have like you're a lieutenant or higher, usually have white shirts. I hate that. Like I like from the Marine Corps, everybody has this. The only time like you get a different uniform is generals get like black dress pants. That's the difference. Everybody else like has the same uniform.
For us,
everybody's in white.
I'll talk about it since we'll just say I'm gonna talk about it. Our agency, we all wore white shirts and dark pants. Many other agencies in the state of Florida who were also sheriff's offices converted to green and green.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Which is awesome and makes it life easier for us to be able to conduct our job. But they like the white shirts, and it has been a rule that has stayed in effect with no change, no matter how much other people and people who have to wear them and do the job want them changed.
Guys, you have white shirts down there because of the heat? Is that why?
No. Sheriff likes it.
I fucking hate white shirts in law enforcement. And one of my
doing fingerprinting and stuff.
One of my biggest pet peeves.
Yeah.
One of my biggest
Fair enough.
pet peeves, especially in the Northeast, like Jersey, New York, where like when you have like you're a lieutenant or higher, usually have white shirts. I hate that. Like I like from the Marine Corps, everybody has this. The only time like you get a different uniform is generals get like black dress pants. That's the difference. Everybody else like has the same uniform.
For us,
everybody's in white.
I'll talk about it since we'll just say I'm gonna talk about it. Our agency, we all wore white shirts and dark pants. Many other agencies in the state of Florida who were also sheriff's offices converted to green and green.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Which is awesome and makes it life easier for us to be able to conduct our job. But they like the white shirts, and it has been a rule that has stayed in effect with no change, no matter how much other people and people who have to wear them and do the job want them changed.
Would you guys get in trouble like if you like let's say you tussled with somebody or arrested and your shirt was dirty and you're back on the road with a sergeant or like a lieutenant?
No, I'll tell you to go change.
That's it. Yeah.
You're going to change. Yeah. I don't know what you're asking.
But where would you go home?
Go home.
Go home.
Yeah.
What if you don't live in the area?
Go home.
Go home.
Hillsborough County, everyone lives in the county. You can't be a cop. You can't
60 miles.
They can pay to go out of county. Yeah. And that's been recent, because when I got hired on, you could live. There were some people who lived several counties away.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You wouldn't get in trouble if they sent you home to get changed.
No.
They
just go home and say,
they're sending you home.
Yeah.
I'm not only going to change. If I've gotten into a tussle with somebody, I'm taking a shower.
Yeah.
Just
I'm not going to knock you for that.
Yeah.
Taking a shower.
There's a reason I would take a shower.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
Yeah.
Mo's like Lex Luthor from Superman, where he only wear the same pair of socks once, and then he would donate them to a boys' home.
Yeah. Where do they go?
Mo.
I don't. That was Superman 3. It wasn't Lex Luthor. It was Robert Vaughn's character.
Yeah.
Wasn't he Lex Luthor?
No, he was a bag. He wasn't Lex Luthor. He was a different guy.
Oh, okay.
That was Superman 3 when he was explaining to Richard Pryor's character.
Yes.
Is this a movie?
Oh my God.
This is a movie.
Superman 3.
Another movie. We learned Mo doesn't watch movies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just thought about it. I got to change my third one.
Uh-oh.
It's recently come to a plate in my car that sits on my steering wheel.
A what?
For eating?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love
plate?
It. That's fat boy right there.
It's not fat. It's practical.
It's like a plate?
Yeah. It hooks on your steering wheel, and it's a plate.
When
it
you
sits
guys
too low.
No, it doesn't.
when you guys called out for your meal,
female invest.
Yeah.
I could not eat.
And I do put a napkin.
Oh my god.
Oh, I do.
All right, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That it's pinkyish, but like I agree with
It's a white shirt, so I have to.
When you guys called out for your meal break, so you were like out of service. You want to get calls or anything? No radio? Oh no.
No, you don't get calls. Unless someone's about to die, you're not gonna get a call.
You have to clear yourself though. But if you're like not have to, but you can clear yourself from your 40 to go to a call.
Only reason I had to clear that is if like it was another deputy, like
a shoe,
like around the corner.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
If it's like, hey, there's a crash, there's a
we're
crash
not supposed
down
to
the street.
dispatch you. Yeah.
Yeah, because
they don't dispatch you.
Like
Usually they don't.
Not by us, because like, oh yeah, 151. I know you're on your 9. I was supposed to take at 12:30, but it's 2:00 because I have had a bunch. Like, can you? I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, why?
No,
they don't do that.
Us.
No, I'm eating.
No, my answer is no.
No.
Yeah.
54 Hillsborough. I'm out on 40.
No, about to log out. No. When
Well,
they send you a message, hey, can you?
No.
No,
not by
I
us.
just don't answer.
Because God forbid the sergeants actually like.
Oh, they'll never take it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's stacked.
Well, it's customary. You don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
No,
You don't want them to either.
Yeah,
No.
you don't.
Like when the sheriff goes on patrol. Okay, bro.
Stop. Please
Yeah.
stop doing that.
There's 10 cops with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.